Hey, it's up with another video, and today we're trying to do, we're just kind of demoing, or we're given a shot at doing more official housey sorts of tours. I know I've been doing them before, but in this case, I'm trying to be a bit more organized. I'll have a form in the video description, and we're trying out this whole format. So, first house we're taking a look at belongs to Cogsworth. We're over on Horde side, and let's just take a look at what's going on. So this is sort of a demo look, and it's only been a couple days since player housing became a thing in early access, and we'll see what players have been able to start cooking in just a couple of days or so. So we're greeted in what I believe is one of the most popular Horde spots because it's a little bit out of the way. There's a rock face on the side. I believe there's a dock. If you go down that ramp, there's like a waterfall. There's like cool vibey things going on over here. And you have a nice overlook of what's going on with the rabble below. Let me turn off some stuff. Let me make this like nice and pretty. Yeah, so there's the dock over there. And again, this is like one of the more popular spots. So Cogsworth has set up, you know, a little bit of a viewing spot. If they just want to chill, have a read while listening to the water outside, if it had sound, something like that. As for the house itself, it's mostly a default Horde-style house, but it's adorned with plenty of greenery to add a little bit of color to what is otherwise very stony and red stuff. We have a bit of an overhang with which to... Oh, this is pretty tasteful. So you can cart his stuff over to town, get some gold and all that. Let's go on inside and see what else is up. So we're immediately greeted to like this grand design, this grand display that just kind of like knocks your socks off. Lots of detail already, just right as soon as we enter the house. Like, hello, welcome home, let's throw some stuff down. And here we're greeted with... Okay, so we have it's kind of a sitting area, sort of hangout spot with large beverages with which to enjoy things. Oh yeah, that's a fountain too. So cool centerpiece as we enter this smaller octagonal room. And there's like a lot of... Okay, we got 3 wings. No, 2 wings to check out. Okay, I like this. I was watching a guildmate do this on his place too, but it's cool that there's just kind of like this sort of treasure room, storage room for the adventurer who would come in, who just came in, and they don't have time to sort through all their stuff, so they just toss it into their closet, and their vault is just leaking with stuff. Although it's Dragonflight stuff, so it's like low level, and it's not really worth much. But we do have lots and lots of little details here. Lots of things that were thrown down. Some of these I can tell, like some of these were made, some of these were bought, I think crafted as well. And yeah, well, so we have 2 big wings to look at. That seems to have an upstairs area, so we're going to go through here first. Into where the food is eaten. So here we're greeted to a really cool dining space, and there's even more space here. So it's one part like restaurant, cafe, kind of thing with all the fixings set up, and this is like it's like open for business. And there's the master of the house right there. We are greeted with a full kitchen, complete with drinkware. I guess I'll call it drinkware. We got cheese. I don't even know where to get cheese yet. We have a working stove. I believe this is the stove that does in fact work with cooking, so you can do some cooking here. And this is a really tasteful thing that they did too. So I think here is kind of I think this is supposed to be a fountain, but it's being closed off and being obscured by 2 earthen beds that aren't being used as beds, but it's being used as a big stove sort of thing. This top shelf is being used as like, you know, a thing to like suck up all the smoke and all that. Really tastefully done. And I love how well lit it is too, and because I think that's a natural lighting that it gives off. But yeah, side pantry for some extra goodies, a cookbook, very smart. And here we have something that's so there's a Pandoran version of this where it's a bit more restrictive. It's very circular in nature, but this is kind of giving off that same sort of vibe. But in this case, it's using we're using different kind of stove-like objects, that we can like turn on and off, I believe. Okay, maybe not. That's okay. We have a little grinder there for who knows what. I like the cookbook though. That's a good touch. Oh, and the food. You put in the time to make food and all that too. I didn't even know they're Hearthstone cards too. Holy cow. Yeah, I did not realize that. I'm seeing things that I just haven't noticed from from the beta or PTR. That's hella cool, dude. Yeah, some greenery over there, books to grab just in case. Right on. Let's move on to this spot here. And now we're in the bathroom. We have, now this is a cool variation of sink. Really big washing area. Like it's a whole bucket of stuff. We got our bathtub, right on. Complete with bath mats. Good idea. I actually don't remember seeing a whole lot of folks that use that. Okay, this is inventive. So this is like just some weird contraption thing that you can craft over in Mechagon. And then we have the toilet seat and what looks like a barrel. And it's funny how we see so many different variations of toilets. Lots of different interpretations and ways that people put things together. But it's pretty scenic, as in, you're relaxing, you have something pleasant to look at, something to listen to while you're doing your business and all that. And there's a bit of privacy for yourself too. Very spacious bathroom. Actually, doesn't even have to be that spacious, but it helps to, I guess, improve the sound if we're able to like hear stuff. And it's also very public because it's like right there and people can like hear and see everything. All right, let's go over to the other wing, which feels like this is going to be pretty big. So off we go to, and we're greeted by, oh, this is a cool kind of library sort of area. Oh, this is hella cool. I'm so jealous of how talented some of these people are, man. So we have a little engineering workshop, which is a weird, I admit it's kind of a weird contrast because here we have this much cozier area. We have got beam. We climb up to this higher area and we just sleep in our books. Holy cow. 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. Right now books are expensive. I've been selling books for like 20,000 bucks, 20,000 gold a pop. And this thing is just full of them. Ooh, this took a lot of farming, dude. Remember, we're on live servers now, so people aren't just like copying their gold and materials and all that stuff. This dude went and made and crafted or bought all these things. If I was crazier, I'd be able to tell you like which one was which. But then let's see, is it? Yeah, this one opens up. So he cheated here. Actually, no. He cheated the whole way through because, boom. Oh, I see the deception. I was wrong. So these were cheap. These were actually hella cheap. All right, I didn't mean to disturb you. Let me put all this back. I think I can put most of these back. But it did fool me for a bit, and it was done smart because these are done at different elevations, right? And if they weren't, then I'd be like, wait, these are all different. But no, these are in fact all really well done though. I was fooled in like the best way. Still a lot of materials that came out here though. Books, pillows, everything. This is a nice touch. Adding the barrels here as kind of like bumpers, because you don't want the kids to like have accidents where they're coming around, and otherwise they might smash their faces in with stuff. It'd be nicer if it was like pillows or something like that. It's a cheap thing for butt. No, that's a good point too. Oh, good highlights here. Good highlights here. Adds a lot of light to in this space. Oh, and here's the collector's edition little pool sort of thing. Not quite sure what it's being repurposed for here, but it's just pretty to have. What would be cool is if later on there could be like a little figurine you could put up top and then it hovers or something like that. Then it's like, oh, this is my super special Sylvanas statue. Hey. And otherwise we can like chill and have stuff to read. And then To be continued. Very cool spot. A lot of work that went into this. Like, I love the details that went into the little reading nook. I thought that was really cool. Like, this I would say is one of my favorite spots because it's like super tight, super compact, but really cool. Very cool. The lighting comes off really well too because you have like some of the Borealis lights that are right down here too, and they string just perfectly fine. Yeah. In some cases, in this case, it's like easy to put in. Here, there's a little bit of effort that goes into stringing that thing correctly. I didn't even notice like the bonus treasure up top there. It's really cool how you can easily just like fill out some space, to add a little bit more life to stuff that you otherwise might just end up passing right by. But this is a very, very cool build. Thanks for showing us. All right, so now we're taking a look at Delicious's house, which I can't find. Wait, shut up. Wait, is it? Huh? Wait, I'm confused already. Where's the house? I feel like I'm in the wrong spot or something, right? Because where's the house? Wait, what? Is that possible? What the hell? Hold on. So, am I seriously gonna have to... I seriously gotta climb up this house? That's wild. What the hell? I did not know that this was even possible. Okay, so let's make our way up, I suppose. That's cool. It's like powered by void stuff. Oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cheat. No, I'm gonna do this myself. I promise I will do this. I will time lapse this if I have to. But I'm determined to get all the way up. Okay, cool. There's like a busted well so I can like take a break if I need to. This is so awesome already. And if I wanted to take a break. Okay. So it's not just a puzzle. Like it's just like built in and everything. So you got stuff that's growing out of it. And it has a whole different feel and vibe. This is crazy. Is this like a bug that's gonna be fixed? Because if it is, don't fix it, man. Yo, this is so cool. Ah. Yo, this is the thumbnail right here, dude. This is sick. Yeah, I like this. Big fan. Big fan already. House done. I mean, they said that the interior is still a work in progress, but wow. So how do you do this? How the hell do you do this? I'm floored by this. It'll cause collisions flying around most likely. Oh, dude, we gotta find that out too. Let's go. Woo! Bunk. Oh! So it's a thing. That is so amazing. And I love the effects that were put here too, to make it, I don't even know what that is, to give off that sort of effect. That's wild. Absolutely wild. Let's take a peek inside. He said work in progress, but let's at least like see what's going on. Okay, so we go in, we're greeted to lots of overgrowth. A nice cool centerpiece to welcome us in, and a place to chill. Bunch of bookshelves that are set up, one of which is a secret. That'll take us to a secret spot. We'll take a look at that a little bit later. Let's see what else is going on here first, though. So this is like a wizard's house, sort of, right? We can kind of come off with that sort of vibe. And what's interesting here is, I believe, I think I might be wrong, but I think this is the fireplace where it also includes like the giant old god motif, but I might be wrong on that. Still though, cool way to enter the house. And then here we have arcane experiments and stuff. We have the very, very cool pipes, which I love. I'm a big fan of that. Let me hide my character real quick. Yeah, we have that. And as we climb up, we see a little bit more of what's going on. And we have cannon control. Hell yeah. Yeah, as a work in progress, like I'm going to want to sort of expect to see, you know, some sort of like pseudo opening to where, you know, as if it's like a way to fire the cannon outside. That'll be sick, dude. That'll be so sick. All right, so we're making our way back down again, and we are, dude, I didn't even notice as we came in, it had this sort of portal look to it. So here, I don't recall if this is supposed to be the Dark Heart or something like that, but combining this with the Ethereal Portal, cool effect. Very, very cool effect. What a spot. And then finally, when we go into the secret passage, we see more arcane experiments. We have some floating bugs we're trying to navigate through, crawl through this tiny space. And then we enter... Wang. Oh, dude, what a contrast, dude. Oh, that's cool. So let me put my character back on so we can kind of see like how the animation goes as we like enter the spot. So, you know, we have this darker colored curtain. We go in and it's just like, wham, this thing sort of hits you. All of a sudden, super bright and everything. Very, very neat. Along with a tribute to the greatest character, and that's it. It's just a shrine to Arator's greatness. I believe this is a small room. It's like closed off, and there's a gazebo that's put up top here to create this more compact spot, along with some other lighting effects to further brighten up the space. So what we need now are like some very intrusive looking spotlights to shine right on top of Arator's portrait, and we're good to go. Very cool. Oh, these are really cool light things too. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Along with the I don't know if that's a Veldraken sort of thing, but yeah, these lights, they really, really add to the effect. Really cool. And the floating thing, that just blew my mind. That totally blew me away. So let's exit out of here real quick, because I want to see myself like you know, coming out of this and then see like what we overlook as we leave the space. So we're getting out, and then we end up here. That's right. Yeah, when you leave, this is kind of a reminder. As you leave the house, you end up back at the cornerstone. Yeah, wild design, man. Wild design. At first I was like, so where to go? So neat, dude. Really, really good work. I hope they keep it like this. I hope this stays a thing. All right, so now we're gonna take a look at Tiadini's place over on the Alliance side, on the coast of like the Dusk Woody area. Another popular spot. I think there's another popular spot like just in this direction here. A lot of people are going to this one, but this one is a little bit brighter, not as restricted by the trees and everything, because we have a cute little tree over there. And if I'm not recalling this correctly, I think there are and should be like dead trees. Give me like gloomy stuff as well. So I'm expecting to see those start to manifest over time as we get like more patches and even more of the you know, more kinds of decor out. But here we have the master of the house just chilling. You're like hiding, which is adorable. Because like, so I'm using this thing right here, like it's a bench, and I think it's labeled as a bench. I've been using it as a cooler, you know, because I put snacks here. Anyway, enough about me. This isn't about me. This is about Tiadini and her place. So here we are at a very tastefully decorated exterior. You know, so here we have like a couple of obstructions that are blocking stuff here. Not exactly extending things out, but it's a way to make, you know, kind of like these fenced off areas, or I think this is using a trellis to create this sort of viney overgrowth, which is popular in a lot of places. But it's also just being like it's an entire like extending sort of thing. So like here is what looks like it's a wagon, or 2 wagons? No, maybe 3? Yeah, it looks like there might be multiple wagons going on here to create a certain space, and then all of this is to help pretty much obscure all of this. Now, at some point, when this thing goes into general release, we're going to be able to create for ourselves. We're able to upgrade our houses to be like a little bit bigger physically. It's not going to do anything aside from just change the exterior look. But here we just have like this big extension, because otherwise, the original house, and here's me admitting that I was fooled. The original house is just like this square shape here, and then this tower up top. Everything else here, you know, from the trellis extension that goes out here and the wagons, all this is extra. All this is stuff that's added by Tiadini to create this bigger space, but it works out pretty good. Now, budget-wise, it looks like she's all out of budget, because otherwise, you know, ideally you'd want to also obscure these things here to make it a little more tasteful, add some sort of facade to make that work. It could be like a lot of growth instead as well, but these are just gamers being gamers and working with whatever they can get away with, you know? So hopefully we can get a larger budget soon. So here we are inside of Tiadini's house, and we're greeted with this contrasting floor and wall sets, because this is one of those, you know, obviously using a Blood Elf setting, which is kind of interesting because it's very, very Alliance on the outside. We're flanked by the fam, with Eritron on the right, my wife on the left, Valeria. And here we enter immediately a library, which looks like a dead end. We'll find out if that turns out to be true. Now this is a cool spot. It's a hangout spot. I think the only thing that's missing is like a little bit of lighting, because you gotta read. Then again, the holy light will provide us everything we need to learn stuff, which is cool. So, unlike the previous tour, like in this case, you know, we're using the less expensive bookshelves that are actually doors, and so we'll see if this leads us anywhere. But this is a good example of like, okay, here's like one set of bookshelves that might be used to create this illusion of there being lots of different kinds of books on a budget, you know. Versus, hey, you know, let's just have something out so we can like fill up space, which works perfectly fine too. Because you can see here we have emptier bookshelves, which have a few rows of books, and those are not cheap. Those are pretty expensive to set up. There's a lot of work that went into these. But also, you can just put up a rug, you know, or you can put up like drapes and stuff in order to hide the illusion of what actually is going on. So let's see if there is anything going on here. Da-da-da. Oh, the whole thing opens up. Oh, that's sick. So it's not even just a hidden door, it's a hidden wall. Oh, and then we enter a hallway. Which way do I go? One way leads to certain death. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so one is, okay, dead end at least. Okay, so this is really well done because these rugs are being doubled up as wallpaper, and now we have this like external, we have this kind of castle setup right here on the other end. Very neat. Very neat. Yeah, because all these are like kind of like curtainy sorts of things, but not really. It's just being used as like a big drape behind the wall. So here's the other set of doors. Cool. More curtainy stuff. There's a door that I passed, but we'll get to that. Trust. I want to see like what else is going on here though. Some of this might be work in progress. And then, so there's the other dead end. And then we open this. This is how we get back into the library area. That's hella cool. That's really neat. So I'm gonna try to remember. I need to not forget the rest of the house there. But we'll go down this hallway. So we start off blood elf stuff, but now we kind of changed things up, changed the colors into something else. Where are we going? We are going to bedroom. No, more like a loungy area. Ooh, check it out. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. But first off, to our left, we just have a cozy living space. Books galore, a little bit of a trophy from past adventures or upcoming adventures. Place to write and relax. Sooner or later we'll have weapons and other stuff to put up. And again, a place to chill, relax, and look outside. Let me see, what can I peek at here? So we can see, at least from far away, like this is a cool vibe. This pulls it off very well. Once we get really close, then we start to see like what's behind the illusion here. But then we got trees, we got outdoor stuff. Very cool. We got a fountain out there too. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay, this is a lot of flowers. This is like a lot of flowers. There's like 1, 3, 4 different flowers in there. I'm very bad at setting flowers. I try to set some stuff up in like little tiny jars or little tiny spaces, and I do a really bad job of that. That alone is really well done. Minutes were spent making that work. I'm trying to not understate it. There's actually a lot of effort that goes into creating an effective bundle of flowers. Okay, so now we're gonna go around here. So notice how this entire area. This is an octagonal room. Doesn't seem like there was any modifications needed, but there were things added to the vibe. You had like a bunch of extra windows that are being added here. You have the extra lights. And the red adds a whole lot of color to it. So now where do we enter? Now we enter a smaller room. And again, we're taking a look outside. Is this the same outside as the other spot? Hold up. Okay. Let me see if I get this right. Sorry. Okay. So let's remember our orientation right there. Right? And then we go through this spot. No, it's a different spot because the outdoors is like right there. So she did it twice. Well, that's a lot of effort. That's tremendous effort. Now, it would have been really cool if you can manage to look at the same spot, the same outdoor area, just from a different point of view, different perspective. But this is hella cool too, because that's just a lot of effort. Yeah. So where are we at on this? And this is only a budget of about like 600 or so. So there's plenty of room to grow. Here we have like kind of an emptier space, and this will eventually get filled out with something very similar. Places to relax, because this is the bedroom, yo. You gotta relax in the bedroom, for sure. All right, so what else do we have here? Place to rack stuff up. I think we might be entering the bathroom, which you don't really see very often in World of Warcraft, but every house has some sort of bathroom these days. So here we have like a pretty, what seems to be the start of a pretty spacious bathroom, complete with vanity, a little privacy space, a bathtub for sure, and a very fancy towel. Very fancy towel, right on. And then here we have, so here's a new variation of the toilet. Because again, we got to have something different for like everything. So this one is using a chair. It's using what looks like a barrel and a pillow and a treasure chest. And of course we get to mostly sit on it. This works. Actually, this is more like a torture device. Because you see how I'm locked in here? Yeah, there ain't no way out. This time you get flushed. Excuse the transmog. You don't need to see all of that. But it's a cool spot. Very, very cool. I love the windows. I love the effort that went into making 2 of them. But also, it's cool that it starts off as what looks like an enclosed space. And what's cool is that it's being used twice. So you think about it, like you come in, and these are walls that are put up. From what Tiadini said, this is a large octagonal room. So this is a level 4 house. Yeah, this is a level 4 house. But it's being closed off in a sense, to tighten the space, make things look a little bit more cozy, and I think it does a really good job of doing that. But then it opens up into like this kind of cool hallway. And I think that's very, very tasteful. Very cool. Well done.